Raymond.
Hi.
My name is Carol. I'll be your counsellor. Since this is your first session, I'm going to go on the introductions of the requirements for the session and so you know your legal rights and all that. So as you know, counselling is a safe space for you to communicate what you're feeling. And however, in that safe space, if you were to hurt yourself or hurt of another, I have the right to breach that confidentiality between us and report it to authority. Is that okay?
That's okay.
Okay, so what brings you here today, Raymond?
Just thinking a bit lately. Clearly, moving on in my life, I realise that, given my age, given just in comparison, I just sometimes feel low because I look at sort of the people around me my age who, are set up, they've got a caravan, they take the kids away, the family, boats, they've got more of a established thing, and I just feel like, I've done mistakes in my past, and I just feel like it's, I've let my family down and let myself down above all, really.
So you're feeling a sense of like stuck. You're feeling a sense of...
Yeah, stuck is, like a commonplace, I guess. You make a phone call, you're talking to people, whatever. Usually, they say your situation's a bit of a stuck in a hard place, etc. They always seem to use that term to me. But that's more importantly, I think the thing is just for my kids. I just want to be the best I can for them, and I just feel sometimes that maybe given my choices in the past, decisions I've made, avenues I might have taken with work, etc., I haven't achieved that, and I just feel like I'm just haven't done what I needed to have done and to be set up for them, for the whole family.
So it's a feeling of like you're not sure of where you're going the next stage, and you're feeling like...
Well, given my age, of course, I'm not young in my life where I say, okay, well, hey, we'll do this decision. So it's like I've got to think of something real quick, real fast to be able to try and make up, or if you like, I'm sort of start off the line a lot later than...
So you're feeling responsible for your kids and that you can't really help them?
Well, not so much help them, but just can't give them what I'd love to give them and let them live a life like, like to be able to take time off on school holidays, take them somewhere, whether it be camping, whether it be in a caravan, whether it be just somewhere, go to Noosa or something, I just feel like always sort of just dependent on whatever money I get to come in to be able to try and keep moving on and try and make the best of what I've got without having any sort of like savings or anything that I could have established, not savings, but established for a rainy day, for example, things like that, just
so it's a sense of financial, your finances.
Finance and feeling that I decisions, some of the decisions I made at work at the time, I could have probably not done, or in hindsight, when I look back, I think I shouldn't have done that. It wasn't really a great idea. I should have worked for myself at an earlier pace, etc., hit certain markets, but that's all gone now. I can't do nothing about it, but I just sit there sometimes. Obviously, I've got to be strong for the family, but at the same time, there are times I sit on my own and just think, or you get people at work sometimes, I've got this car I'm doing up and take it to the shows. I think, well, I don't have that beauty for my kids to be able to say, let's go for a run in this car, this done up car, we've got to go to the show together and stuff like that. They might seem trivial, but they actually mean a lot to me that I can't supply that.
So you're feeling like you're reflecting on your past.
Reflecting on the past.
Affecting your future and how you see yourself going.
Exactly.
And you're not living in the present moment.
Exactly, and obviously that affects my relationship as well, because, sometimes I just get reserved. I don't think straight sometimes. I can't respond straight because I just go into this sort of like, whatever.
Future and past?
Well, no, I don't know. Obviously, finances can bring problems to relationships. I'm sure you know that. And I guess with me, it's just that I wish I had a quick fix or something I could fix so that make me a better person for my family. well, not so much I'm a bad person, but just that I could have had the better capabilities to give to my family more than what I can.
So a quick fix is in.
Oh no, I don't know. I don't know what a quick fix is, but I just obviously need to think of something where either come up with some sort of a business proposal where I can establish something for my kids. The last thing I want to do is die and give my family a debt to pay. You know what I mean? Other than, of course, there'd be like insurance, whatever, life insurance. But that's beside the point. But I'd rather give them something rather than just, you know, my widow or my kids will get paid out the insurance sum, and then that pretty much pays only debts and all. But you still got to fend for yourselves. You know what I mean? Like that's, I think that sometimes I think about. It gets to me. Sometimes I try and just laugh it off, etc. But deep down, it just affects things. Given my age as well, it's not. I just feel like I should be a lot further than what I am. And I reckon my decisions in the past have.
So it's about your age, and you're reflecting on your age, and where you were at, and where you are now. Exactly. So you have that reflection of where your next step is and where you'd like to be. Exactly. That's pretty much in a nutshell, yes. So did you want to elaborate more on that? Where I want to be or the past? Which section? Either way. Well, for the future, obviously, I mean, just like any other normal person, I would love to have a nice, lavish life. No, it doesn't be like a luxury, but just a nice, decent house, decent cars for the kids, holidays, just pretty much, bang, 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 whatever I need to sort of just keep the whole harmony happy, keep the wife happy, the children happy, myself happy, of course, too. I mean, I'm entitled to a holiday just like all of them as well. So we all need holidays, we all need fun, we all need to be able to just enjoy life. And obviously financially, when it's a bit hard sometimes and you're trying to, make things work, it's, it doesn't give you that comfort or that thing. So obviously I need to work on a way of coming up with a better strategy or something. Last thing I want to do is sit and feel sorry for myself and not want to better myself, I guess. Mm. So I need to that's why I'm here, because I don't want to sort of sit there and think dwell on it and let it just negatively just pull me down. I want to think of somehow where you can help me to look past all of that and just try and focus on a for me to be able to get a clear head and try and aim for something and not worry about the age or anything, and just think, I can still make something for them. Mm-hmm. I don't know, unless you've got other ideas, but yeah, the past obviously just decisions at work or things I've made or gone into the wrong areas at the wrong time or probably could have moved to a closer area where I was targeting, where I didn't have to travel as far. That was just making, there's just so many factors that could have changed that, but it's happened now. I can't, unfortunately, obviously, as you know, unless I go back in time, I can't do anything for that, but I would rather focus on how I can move forward and not feel sorry for myself, which is the way I sort of sometimes feel. I say quietly, I can have moments where I can just sit there and think, wow, what have I done? What have I given them? What have I, I'd like to enjoy life just as much as them, and all of us together should be able to, so. So if you were to just say, go to sleep one night and then everyone was asleep, and then wake up the next morning and what you're feeling, your problem is miraculously gone. Mm. What would life be like, and how would you and your family be? Like, where would you see yourself? How would you see yourself living? Elaborate on that. Okay, I'd be focusing more on my family, whereas now it's sort of more work. I have to get work because I need to go to work to get paid. So I'd be more, I can pick and choose. I don't want to do this. I want to do this with my kids. I want to take time with my kids and wife, do things. Obviously life would be a lot better, other than the comfort zones of, having much more nicer belongings or possessions and property, house that we can live in that's more, much more comfortable than the one we live in, etc. I know they always say it's good to have a roof over your head, but sometimes you just want a better roof than the one you're in, you know what I mean? Like it's,
But yeah, like definitely more time would be focused on trying to work out what's best for my family, what we can do to give a good bond, to keep a nice, keep a harmony with the missus, with the kids, all as one unit. I mean, we started a journey together, and sometimes I feel like I just wish I'd, had made a better decision. So when I started this journey, we could have been a bit better position than where I am now.
So on a scale of 1 to 10,
yeah.
Where do you see yourself right now? 10 being severe, the problem is severe, and 1 being not as bad.
Maybe I'd say midway in the spectrum, maybe 5, 6.
Okay. And where do you see yourself? Where would you like that to be?
Well, 1 ideally. Normal problems like dealing with, when to fit things in with a family would be my ideal thing. But when we can do this and plan things, and but when money or finances weren't the biggest sort of letdown or whatever, where you can just live comfortable and give them a very nice, comfortable life, be there for them, rather than always at work, and just sort of working away. Sometimes feel like meaningless. I just don't know where I'm getting.
So 1 would be your comfort factor.
Mine and the family's. It's a combination. I mean, when the family's happy, then I'm going to be happy. We're all going to be happy, you know what I mean? But if I'm sort of down, and if the family sense it, then I don't want to sort of negatively impact on their feelings and stuff. I don't want them missing out. So
you and your family would be comfortable on number 1?
Well, ideally, yes. Which, best case scenario, on a scale 1 to 10, 1 would obviously be the ultimate, the best target to reach or to be at, I suppose, if you put it that way. But yeah, I don't know how to sort of stop these feelings and just try and clear the mind so that I can just focus on some sort of adventure, some sort of changing my ways, if it's my ways, sometimes I might have some, to be stubborn sometimes, or arrogant sometimes, but that's just because of how I feel sometimes. It's reflected in that way. It's not that I'm, like, seriously, if I was to, you said, wake up the next morning and, there was no issues or whatever, I'd be a different person. I really would. I'd be more bubbly, more for the family, more oriented towards them, to the wife, to the children. Because then you don't have to worry about, having to go to work. I'm not saying you don't work, you're still going to work, but I'm saying you don't have to worry about having to work and needing it so you can get paid, so you can go on life, you know what I mean, and to do just the necessities. I want to go past the necessities and go into the wants.
Mm-hmm. Understandable. So you're working on your wants. So you would like to kind of get to your stage where you're feeling that comfort, that security, that happiness.
Yes, of course.
For you and your family, and to be able to draw on getting those wants for you and your family.
Exactly, rather than focusing on how I'm starting to feel now about what have I achieved, you know what I mean, like what am I going to give them, what can I do for them? That, it makes you think quite a bit. I know sometimes that, it might seem so to those around me, maybe I mask it really well. I try to mask things, as I suppose we all do, and you'll know that people mask things, but yeah, I just want to focus on forgetting about that. It's happened. Move forward. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about who's got a boat and who's got a caravan. Work about getting them. Work about how I can work to get all that stuff so I can provide a more comfortable position for all, including myself, because I've got to work harder and stress about it and sometimes feel what for, whereas if I'm sitting comfortable, I'm going to be comfortable, I'm going to be happy, I can then reflect that happiness all around without doing any negativity to my family. But yeah, that's pretty much why I come to see you, to see if you can help talk me through and tell me what I might be doing wrong or what I need to improve.
So it's tunnel vision. So
Yeah.
you're focusing on tunnel vision, where you want to be at,
Yeah.
where you see yourself going, and looking at the future, putting the past as the past and building.
That's right.
So starting with perhaps like goal setting
Yeah.
and taking this
Goal
initiative.
setting, budgeting, anything that starts to just get the wheels in motion to sort of move into a direction that can, set us up. So, that's all. Just wanted to, I guess, just not just be, barely. I want to be able to, be at least on average or above average minimum. But, I can be, there a lot more, do a lot more for them, reflect the happiness and, for myself, my kids, my wife, everyone as one unit. That's what I want.
Okay, so looking at goal setting, like taking the initiative, how would you go in incorporating that?
I would probably look at perhaps maybe think outside my comfort zone. In the past, when I used to contract, I'd always just want to meet me on site. I'm thinking if I was to maybe, just run something on the side, so I have my main thing, maybe run something on the side to get a start, see how that goes, utilising someone I can trust or something, for example, to be sort of the main person running it, and then I can, do the. So I still got my main job for now. Obviously, that's my what do you call it? My security, my safeguard, and maybe something like that, or think of something that might take off, or if you like, something with social media or something. Not social media, but maybe something that I can import from that we don't have in Australia. There is something I've got in mind that I'd like to do, to import into Australia, but the only problem is it's certified to American standards, and I need to get the global. Like it's something that would really will take off well, but I don't know how to go about it. Is my issue.
Mm.
And then that way, it'd be great for all. Once I can get that started, I can do a lot more for my children and my wife, and my family.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, in today's session, what would you like to see?
Well, probably a way forward. So whether it is, like you said, set up some goals or some sort of a plan like that, probably be good. As I said, I need something to take away so I can think positive, walk out of here and say, okay, she's got a point. I've got to do this and that. Don't dwell on this, or don't think of this. You know what I mean? Just something I can walk out of here and say, okay, let's go. That's my target. Let's go for it. Let's make this happen. I guess is.
Okay.
Unless you see differently, or you've got a different strategy. That's how I would like to think of it, which is why hence I now come and openly spoke about it.
Okay. Well, in every counselling session, it's the client's role. And we're here to guide you along the process.
Mm-hmm.
So your journey ahead lies with you making that step forward.
Right. So you mean like to set my own goal, or how do you mean?
To take the initiative.
Yeah, right. Okay. I suppose any decisions I make after obviously run past my wife. So, I guess I'd have to go away, have a chat with her and see what things I've got proposed, she's got any ideas, put it all together, put it all on the table and move forward from there.
Okay. We'll end the first session for today until the next session, which will be next week.
Okay.
So we'll make an appointment with our secretary.
No problem.
Okay.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much, Carl.
So Raymond came in for counselling, and he came in for depression. Now, to me, it feels like he's suffering some sort of emotional wounds, trauma from inside. Like, I would also like to really assess to see where this is coming from and to really feel, because I feel like there's trauma from his past which is stopping him from really being productive in his daily life. So if we can hit a couple of sessions with really digging into his emotional wounds, trauma, and then focusing on solution focused therapy in the next sessions. So integrating the sessions with CBD or Freud's therapy theory to really dig in to find the repressed emotions as to why he's being held back, and then concentrating on solution focused therapy to help him get motivated and back on track and focus on the future rather than the past, to release and surrender the past and to focus on his goals. As for also, so solution focused therapy is a goal orientated therapy. It is a quick breath therapy, and it's there to help people find a solution and not look in the past but look forward. It is helping them recognize a vision and to see a vision, because sometimes some people can feel stuck, so it's kind of guiding them, giving them a bit of clarity and focus. Solution focused breath therapy the goal is to help people that are experiencing difficulty or depression or anxiety to really find the tools to immediately manage those symptoms and to cope with those challenges. It's helping people to really set clear goals for their future. But as I said with Raymond, I would like to address Freud's theory first, because I really want to dig into his repressed emotions. I want to see where these wounds and where these trauma might be lying, like seeing the cause of what he's going through and why he's feeling that. Like, clearly there's something there. So I'd like to dig into more and see why, like, okay, he's coming in for depression, but what is he really going through? What is he really experiencing? What is that wound that's holding him back from being productive and being motivated? So I really want to tuck into that first, and then work on the solution focused therapy to get him motivated and back on track. So it's about integrating those two therapies together to get the solution for Raymond.